What the hell was that?
You just said...
All right, let's just start from the beginning.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer into Reaction. What I'm looking at today is the official trailer for How to Kill Monsters, which revolves around a bunch of people who are in a police station under siege by monsters. And so the prisoners, the police, everyone present has to band together against this threat, which unites them. What's interesting about this movie for me is that besides that it seems very practical for the most part in its special effects, is that it seems to be following a trend of movies, horror movies in particular, taking place in police stations. For instance, you have 2014's Last Shift, 2014's Let Us Pray, 2023's Malum, and I was going to include 2016's The Void, though that does not take place in a police station under siege by whatever monster is attacking it. Instead, The Void takes place in a hospital, though there is a police officer trapped with the other people in the hospital. So that is somewhat related by my reckoning. What I think this has a lot to do with is that the perception of the police is beginning to change in people's minds. And that change is reflected in the media, the movies in this case. 10, 15 years ago, the police were depicted as very much good. And that's not to say there weren't movies revolving around bad cops. Those have been with us, as far as I'm aware, for decades. But those tend to be relatively rare. What became more common were movies revolving around corruption, the few bad apples, and so on and so forth. With some of the movies I mentioned, the entire nature of the police is under siege. Literally speaking, and creatures are attacking police stations. It seems to me to be a metaphor, in some respects, to, as I mentioned, the perception of police changing. They're not all bad, but people en masse are able to see that those type of elements are present. It isn't what I would call a massive change in perception, though it is a change in perception nonetheless, and one that is really interesting. In any case, let's look at the official trailer for How to Kill Monsters.
Jamie, I'm just here. The truth, no matter how strange or bizarre it is. What the hell was that?
You just said...
All right, let's just start from the beginning.
Before the screaming.
Got it.
A cabin in the woods. A ritual that summons some kind of monster which conveniently disappears. I want a chainsaw. I mean, come on, it's been done.
We are all in danger. Whatever power brought that monster into our world is still out there. If we don't stop it, we are all going to die.
Bob! Did you get Bob? What about Bob?
You're standing on him!
Oh!
What you face tonight is nothing compared to what's out there.
Believe me now?
Well, that was the trailer for How to Kill Monsters, and this looks like fun. And what I enjoy about it is that it is not original by any stretch, From Cabin in the Woods to The Evil Dead to virtually anything about H.P. Lovecraft to The Void. There's so many movies in this movie. But this is the interesting part. How to Kill Monsters seems quite aware of what they're doing. They're not acting as if they're inventing the wheel. They're creating a movie, an original story, but as an homage to all these other movies. Mainly practical effect driven horror movies, by the way. And I intend to enjoy that type of movie. A movie that knowingly borrows from other movies. Heck, it even begins with someone saying a cabin in the woods. But it tries to take it in other places and to do other things with it. This looks like a lot of fun. And once again, I have to repeat that self-awareness is important. If this were acting as if it were original, it would have frankly pissed me off. But that it seems well aware that it's borrowing from a lot of other interesting genre films, for me, is self-awareness that I can get behind. Now, what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer into Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like, a follow, or buy me a cup of coffee. Peace.